Holy crap, I don't believe it. The Arizona Coyotes, they actually parted with Captain Keith Yandle. What the hell was I thinking in my GM mode commentary? Year one, he's been traded away to the New York Rangers. Now, this is a blockbuster trade, so I want to get into this. Arizona trades Keith Yandle and retains half of his salary through this year and next year. They also trade Chris Summers and a fourth in 2015 to the New York Rangers for John Moore, Anthony Duclair, a conditional first in 2016, and a second-round pick in 2015. Holy crap, this is a big one. So, let's talk about this. Let's talk about the New York Rangers, what they're getting for this, or from this trade. And New York, you know, they're clearly putting all their chips in for a Stanley Cup run this year. You know, they've been knocking on the door for the last few years. It's one of the most favored teams in the Eastern Conference, right? But they just haven't been able to get it done. They almost got it done last year. They went up against the Los Angeles Kings, and with an aging team, the time really is now. They're superstar players like Henrik Lundqvist, Martin St. Louis, Rick Nash. You know, these guys, it's not about, 8 years from now. It's about right now. So the time to win certainly is now. And Yandle, he's not a rental player either. I mean, this is a good trade for this year and also for another Stanley Cup next year. He's got another year left. And, New York only has to pay 50% of his contract, which is a steal. I don't know how much he's making. It's like 5 point something. So they only got to pay half of that. So there might be another trade in the offseason. I don't know how he's going to play, right? But this is a fantastic salary cap and player combination for the New York Rangers. They get a legitimate top 4 defenseman, maybe even a top 2 defenseman on some teams, but they only have to play him like a top 6 defenseman. So this is why it's great for the New York Rangers. And now, I'm going to say it, I don't care if people disagree with me, they have the best defensive core in the NHL. Easily. I mean, you got McDonough, Girardi, Klein, Stahl, Boyle, and now Captain Keith. I mean, during a long playoff run, injuries are going to happen, and the Rangers' defense is now prepared to lose 2 of those 6 guys and still have a filthy top 4. You know what I mean? So I like what the New York Rangers have done with this trade. They've really bolstered their defensive core, and with Henrik Lundqvist coming back, forget about it. It's going to be tough to get 3 or more goals past the Rangers, and unlike in previous years, the Rangers can now score as well with their speed up front. So they got everything, man. They got speed, they got goal scoring, they got defense, and they have goaltending, and they have big game goaltending with Henrik Lundqvist as well, right? So this is the time to win the Cup, absolutely. If they don't win the Cup, or if they have a disappointing run, then this trade will come back to bite them. I mean, they did give up a lot in Anthony Duclair, a first-round pick, a second-round pick, right? But again, if I'm Glenn Sather, I kind of agree with this trade. You're going all out to win the Stanley Cup this year. You're letting your players know, hey, listen, man, I'm behind you guys. We're not building for the future. Everyone's got to, step on up this year and really play for all. So I like what the New York Rangers did. And when it comes to the Arizona Coyotes, Arizona, they're continuing to try for Connor McDavid by all means, dumping off all their good players. I mean, they're only 4 points ahead of the last place Buffalo Sabres right now, right? So if they can get McDavid, they already have Max Domi. They just traded for Duclair, so you could put a line of Domi, Duclair, and McDavid on the first line, all Canadians, all around the same age. I mean, boom, there's your line for the next 10 years if it works out that way, right? So the Arizona Coyotes are in a full-on rebuild. I mean, all balls to the wall rebuild. There's nothing being held back. And this trade is just a simple rebuilding trade from the Arizona Coyotes' point of view. All right, getting rid of an older player whose contract is up, not this year, but next year, right? Is he going to want to come back to this team? Probably not. So there's a lot of value in Yandle to trade him right now. So you're getting rid of that older player, and you're bringing in a first, a second, and Anthony Duclair, who was a third-rounder, but I think he's more considered a top prospect now, right? The way that he played in the World Junior. So, yeah, man, the Coyotes, they're going through that rebuild. They also traded away McCallick to St. Louis for a prospect. They also traded away Antoine Vermette to Chicago for a first in 2015, right? So they're going all out for the future here. So if I have to break the trade apart, if I got to pick one team, this is a tough one. It's a tough one because you can say both teams got the win, right? Excuse me. You could say both teams got the win. I mean, the New York Rangers made this trade for this year. They win it for this year. The Arizona Coyotes made this trade for the next 5 years, and they win it for the next 5 years, right? So it is a win-win, but if I have to choose one, I'm going to go with the Arizona Coyotes, man. I like what they did. They didn't give up too much here, and they bring in a first, a second, and a top prospect. And they're going to have a good draft pick this year. They already have Max Domi. Hell yeah, the rebuild is on in Arizona. So I want to know what you guys think about this trade, and do you guys agree with that statement? Do the New York Rangers officially have the best core or the best defensive core in the NHL? Not just the Eastern Conference, the NHL. Does Captain Keith solidify that fact? Let me know, boys, and I'll see you in the next trade video.